So right now, just playing it cool, trying to get inside the debate hall here, the big first debate, telling, what's that?
It's too loud.
Telling the nice folks at NBC that who we are, and they say they're going to make a call, so we'll see. Right now, I'm being very respectful, calm, cool, and collective, and we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what, it's about 100 degrees out with the humidity, and we're about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a little over 5 hours from the debate. They said they don't have us registered, so I'm trying to make them aware that the DNC told us they were going to try and help us get in. So, see what happens. Because really what you see here is essentially the NBC via the DNC denying us credentials, essentially because in the last go-around, the 2016 election, I had the temerity to challenge the DNC, particularly at the time Chairwoman Donna Brazile. I don't mean this in a full of myself way, but they know me since then. So kind of, NBC, probably through the DNC, when they saw status quo and saw me, denied us credentials. So I believe right now that they are texting with the DNC to giving the DNC our names. I wonder what the DNC is going to tell them. What do you think?
Oh, status quo, let him in.
So what's another interesting element about this is they told us that the issue was space constraints. That's what I got in the email. But I've covered like 5 or 6 of these, and there's always empty seats and always plenty of room. So I don't know. I mean, Ty has a big head, so that might not fit. That might be the space constraint. And now the eyes are starting to go towards us. Now it's picking up. People are looking at us, so I'm excited. Originally, we were getting. Originally, the DNC said, "All right, we'll reach out. We'll ask for an exception. We'll reach out. We'll ask for an exception." But then they didn't get back to me, so I've been following up, and crickets. So I don't know if the DNC is like too busy trying to sell tickets to this. You know how much a ticket to this is? Yeah. Minimum, I think, is $1,200. Yeah, $1,200 or $4,500. That's a great look.
$1,200 or $4,500. They had an article, I forgot what paper it was in, talking about if any single American had an emergency and needed $400 today, they wouldn't be able to get it.
Right. 40% of Americans.
They brought it up as if it was a concern to them, but then they're not even allowing that average American to come.
So the NBC woman is now on the phone. I think she's trying to get in touch with the DNC guy who's given me lip service. I'm pretty sure he's going to say, escort them out immediately. They are progressive media. They are independent media. And we don't want status quo anywhere near Joe Biden's campaign. We don't want status quo anywhere near Kamala Harris's campaign, America's Mayor Pete's campaign. They don't want us near the establishment because we might dare ask Joe Biden's people, hey, what did he mean when he said to Wall Street fat cats, your standard of living will not change whatsoever? So I don't want to knock the DNC quite yet. I'm very suspect that they are going to let us in, but we'll see. Hello.
Can I see your credentials?
Well, we're trying to get our credentials, actually.
Then you're at the wrong door.
Oh, they told us to come in this way.
The MAV?
The what?
Did you go through this MAV?
Yeah.
Okay, don't.
Sir.
We're having a conversation.
Okay,
I'm not following.
Wait, let's slow it down.
I get you. He keeps jumping in front of me, so you got to tell him. I'm asking him, don't invade my private space stuff.
Yeah, no, the DNC actually
you
said
can't
to
ask me to
us
do
to come to the media
Ask him
credential
to do
area.
Right now, I just want to know. Are you a credentialed media?
No,
to
not
come
yet.
in here?
Not yet.
No. Have you been credentialed to come in here at all? That you would know if you were.
No, we're not.
There's no more credentials.
Well, no. Brandon at the DNC told us to go to the media desk.
Brandon and tell him to come here. But right now, until Brandon comes here, Brendan it is, not Brandon.
Okay.
Please have them wait outside. So unless you have credentials to come in here, you don't belong in here.
Well, why is that? Because Brandon told us to go to the media
He's
credential
not
area.
in charge of this.
Okay.
That's so.
And what?
Wait, excuse me. Hey, Dana, I'm just dealing with something. Yeah.
There you go. No issue with progressive outlets.
Huh?
They have no issues with progressive outlets.
They don't?
You're talking to the vice president.
Good.
Let me just try. I don't think I represent.
Who are you guys with?
Status quo. No, she asked them. She asked us this, did we get through this? And I said, why, how could we get through without going through?
Great, thank you.
And I said, did she think that they didn't do that because they were black?
Secretary Alex, who's got
I've been in touch with Brandon Gassaway
Yeah.
from the DNC.
Brendan who?
Gassaway, National Press Secretary with the DNC.
Do you have a card? Do you have a card? But it's not our Brendan.
DNC.
It's not Brendan Sullivan, who you and I were
Oh, who is, okay, it's all
So
clear.
That's us.
with. Yeah. I believe it.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Wow, 4 people already. Jesus.
So which Brendan is it?
I just told you, Brandon Gassaway. He's the National Press Secretary. Let's start a riot. No.
Okay, here's
Well, I
what
think
you're
we,
gonna, here's
I
what
think we
you're
should.
gonna do.
I mean,
Here's what you're gonna
hopefully
do.
they could make an
Here's what
exception.
you're gonna do for me.
Sure.
Grab my pen. Spell out your name and your organization. I'm going to go try and track somebody down personally, okay? Just right here. Right down here.
They just called over 5 people over a media credential. Does that sound like maybe they don't want us in here? Because they know who we are.
Yeah.
They know who we are. So the reason I did this was not because I actually thought we're going to get in. We're probably not, because they don't want us anywhere near Joe Biden's campaign or Kamala's campaign, because all these other corporate journalists who are really public relations people masquerading as journalists, they're just going to ask the campaigns after the debate, oh, how do you think your candidate did?
Yeah.
And they're going to say, gee, golly, Jim, what do you think of the polls?
Yeah.
And they're going to say, oh, I like that zinger. Was that planned? Nobody's going to ask Joe Biden's people, hey, what does he mean that nobody in Wall Street's standard of living will change? Hey, what was he thinking working with a segregationist senator to try to pass anti-busing in the late 1970s? Nobody's going to ask Kamala Harris's people, hey, how was that fundraiser at the top of Citigroup's managing director's penthouse? You say your campaign is for the people? Were the people on Fifth Avenue at the top of that fundraiser?
The people are there.
Somebody should ask Mayor Pete's campaign, what is your qualification to be president of this here United States? Because we already have somebody not qualified to be president. Now we're going to elect mayor of South Bend, who literally, his only qualification is he gentrified South Bend like every other city in America. He made downtown beautiful. He left the rest of the city to rot, and black people are homeless or suffering. And now he has an issue where black people are challenging him because a white officer just killed a black man in South Bend. What about? I like Elizabeth Warren. I'm not as down on her as everybody else, but I'd like to ask her campaign, why is she moonwalking faster than Michael Jackson away from Medicare for all? She barely talks about it anymore. I'm surprised they haven't sent in the National Guard yet. Yeah, no problem.
Take that call.
You're busy.
So, do you have any kind of verification or communication that you submitted? And I'm not in this area. I'm an advanced guy,
I
but I'm
understand.
trying to be helpful to you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, our original,
I'm an advanced guy, not a press guy.
we got this denying us, and then the DNC said they were going to reach out for us, and just to go, if you're going to Miami, go to the credential area.
Okay, hang tight.
They're about to send in the National Guard to kick us out of here. We've had 6 people come up already. We're a progressive news organization. We're trying to cover the debate. Apparently, they lost our Christmas invitation after that Donna Brazil interview. Can I ask you a question? Because our denial said space constraints. Are there major space constraints or is there room for...
No, there's you could hit a golf ball in there without hitting somebody.
Apparently, they decided to give us credentials outside the event. So they're going to just leave us here all day. So if you're coming to this late, Ty and I walked in about an hour ago, very kindly, very nicely. NBC News denied us credentials about 4 weeks ago. I reached out to the DNC saying, WTF DNC, where I think we're at 44,000 subscribers on YouTube in a year. But we need to challenge these people, and you're not going to see this on CNN, MSNBC, Fox News, the New York Times. Oh, our friend is back.
No, I said or here.
Or here. No. They're making us. They're blocking us from getting in because I committed a crime in 2016. I challenged Donna Brazile with her BS and lies. It went viral thanks to everybody who watched. I didn't think it was so wonderful. I was just doing my job, but because no one else does that in American journalism, it went viral, and they know me from that, and they don't want to let me in. So the DNC guy is, yeah, right. So the DNC guy is staring at me like I'm Lucifer right now, because the DNC, they told me they were going to talk to NBC and try to get us in, but they basically didn't, because the DNC is the reason we're not allowed in. They told NBC not to let us in.
It's definitely not because of space, for sure.
It's definitely not because of space. And you know what my issue also is, folks? I'd love to know what you think. If you're trying to say things are different than 2016, if you're trying to say we're a Big Ten party, why are you blocking the only independent progressive reporting team out there? Like, there's not anybody else. I mean, maybe the Young Turks occasionally goes out in the field. I don't know if they still do. But we're the only independent progressive outlet out there that goes out in the field. You would think the DNC wants to appeal to our viewers. There's 1,000 people watching right now. Oh, no, they don't. So this is the problem.
They're definitely watching the feed for sure.
Oh, they're watching the feed? Sure. Well, if you guys are watching the feed, let me tell you, the Democratic National Committee, listen, guys, listen. Let's redo this, you know? We had a bad breakup here. If you're watching the feed, let's sit down, let's break bread, and let's try to work out some opportunities here to cover you fairly. Because
let them know. Say, I love you, but if I point out your faults, it's because I love you. I want you to do better.
They want the status quo. That's why we are status coup.
I'm amazed. I really thought that guy was sincere when he was like, I'm gonna go work something out. But
if you look up the definition of fascism, one of the precursors to fascism is censorship. And make no mistake about it, what they're doing to status quo right now is censorship. And you know what they tell you? You know what they tell you? Don't tell a kid you can't do something, because it's going to make them want to do it more. The fact that they are blocking us from coming in, if you thought my righteous indignation to expose the Democratic Party's corruption was already strong, you wait. You wait. Hope you enjoyed that last video. Hop on over to statuscoup.com, where you can sign up for our email list and become a member for as low as $5 to $10 a month. Membership is how we grow. That's statuscoup.com/join. And remember, join our email list so we can grow the revolution with you.